This is Ice Twine? I think that's how you say it. Anyway, this is a city builder sort of style game that is set in the Ice Age. I'm Orbital Potato. Let's jump on in. So yeah, it's a city builder. It's kind of crossed with like a clicker style game. It is all about sort of taking this one individual, this one person, and turning them into a village, hopefully. We need to make sure that we've got enough food. We can adjust the speed of things up here, which is exactly what we will do. There we go. And we can also buy new items for a coin, which is fine. We've got some tasks, which we are going to be slowly but surely working through. I say slowly but surely working through. We will be able to undertake that quite easily. And we've also got some blueprints. Blueprints really aren't as you would imagine they are in most other games. The reason being is that in this game, everything is basically movable. Let's slow down. Everything is movable, and most importantly, our person is movable. For example, if we put a person next to the tree, then they are going to work on it, and they're going to work on the tree. We can also bring the trees to the people, which is kind of a cool little thing. Now, this has given us, first and foremost, a wood blueprint. That blueprint is immediately added to our blueprint library, and it's just really a recipe for how we get wood. In this case, it's just one person next to one tree, and that's wood. So far, so good. What I do need to do is I need to generate a little bit of food in order to get up to speed. We can adjust the speed of the game there. There we go. We've nabbed ourselves a berry blueprint because this is literally a case of putting a person next to a bush, and that will get us a berry. Cool. And just like that, we have managed to get 2 food. Now, we need 2 food per day in order to feed our puny little human over here. So making sure that we always have 2 food is very, very important. Now, we don't have any coins at the moment. We do have 1 human. The way that we generate coins is by selling stuff to this big old sacrificial volcano in the middle of the world here. Now, we can sell our wood blueprint, and we can see that if we do that, we are going to be able to nab ourselves 1 coin, and we can use the coins. Let's just get you deployed on the tree first. We'll sell that as well, because, of course, we know exactly how to make those things now. But we can buy a new item with a coin, which is grand, and look at that. We've nabbed ourselves a rock, which is cool. Upgrade the button by finishing all tasks. So, task-wise, where are we? Put a person to work on a rock, pick up 5 berries, get 5 wood, get 5 stone, get a blueprint from the magic button. This is the magic button over here. Time to eat. Everyone was fed. Great. I'm very, very glad that everybody was fed. It cost us 2 food, and that was perfect. So, things are looking pretty darned good, if I do indeed say so myself. I clearly need to get some more berry bushes in here. We need to kind of try and accrue a few of them just in the middle. But I'm going to probably try and spend a little bit more cash in order to try and get some more stuff. I do need to... let's wait until that person has extracted the wood. Then we'll put you over here. We'll sell a little bit of wood just so that we can continue generating stuff. A stone or flint blueprint. That's person next to a rock. Okay, good to note. Sell that. Try again. Another person. That is absolutely amazing because it means we can now put that person to work. Does, however, mean that we need to start seriously thinking about how we feed our burgeoning empire, but that's fine. Is burgeoning empire a little bit too strong? Maybe. Maybe, with just 2 people. What is 2 people? A group? A pair? I suppose a pair, really, more than anything else. Right, keep working away. Plank is just plank. It's just wood and a person. Stone, we need to get 5 stone, and then we need to build a house. How the heck are we going to build a house? Well, hopefully, we need to find the required blueprint in order to get the house up and running. A berry? That is very unexciting. Throw a bit of wood in there. We got plenty of trees at the moment, so why the heck not? 1, 2, 3. Trees, unfortunately, don't give us any resources. Keep going with the berry bush. That's great. That's looking good. Okay, so I can make planks, and the way that I can make planks is by putting wood in a little sort of pile over here and deploying you right into the center of the action. We're good for food. We're good for food. We should be fine for food on day 3, so we don't really need to worry about things too much. Time to eat. Everyone was fed. If we don't feed everyone, by the way, there we go. Let's go for another plank. If we don't feed everyone, let's actually get some, what is this, stone or flint? Oh, I see. It's, well, cool. Keep cracking away on that rock then. Keep working away on the planks down here. That's great. I don't need any food tomorrow either if I'm able to nab one more berry. I'll have like a little berry operation down here. That's fine. I think we need a little bit more randomness. Let's re-roll that. Yeah, suppose that's our food for tomorrow, which is fine. A little bit of flint. That's good at least. Let's keep working away on the trees, and we'll keep re-rolling. We'll see if we get anything. So far, not terribly enamored, honestly. This feels a bit of a shame. Right, I mean, what do I think a house is going to be? It's probably going to be some, like, planks, some stone. I mean, I think if I just put everything in, like, the rough vicinity, we can just, like, try. If we just put everything in a big old pile, and then we just, like, guess what the house is going to be. I mean, that looks like it could roughly be a house. So we're kind of, like, brute forcing it in that regard, but I'm not really that bothered. Right, let's, yeah, fine. We'll get ourselves a little wood stockpile over here. This is a big construction. It's clearly taking a long time. Do I want to move trees? Yeah, move trees over to this area. That's cool. I promise there is more variety, more interesting stuff. Okay, that wasn't a house. I made a garden. So this is interesting. Garden's an interesting thing because it takes a person, 2 stone, and 2 planks in order to make. Great, we'll trash that. But it does mean, I believe, if we throw a berry onto the garden, we can now automatically generate... Nice. We can now automatically generate berry bushes, which is quite exciting. That's some stone. Let's bring the stone down here. Where's my berry bush? Did I get a berry bush? Oh, no, I guess the berry must have been eaten. That's fine. The berry that was due to grow into a lovely berry bush was eaten. So, we'll have a little stoneworks over here. Let's move everybody there. Is that everything? These stones can't be moved. That stone can be moved. But that's it. I mean, we've really taken everything that we possibly can. Oh, a berry bush, and a berry bush blueprint. Amazing. Right. So, it's time to just buy more stuff, I suppose, and see if we can try and maybe roll one of the good ones. Alternatively, maybe just throw some more berry bushes onto the fire. We can sell berry bushes. Berry bushes can be sold for a really decent amount of income. Gardens can be sold for 3, which I think is the... In fact, it's actually less than all of the sort of components, which is a bit of a shame. But that's all right. 1, 2, 3. That's three blueprints. A wood factory, a house blueprint, and a stone factory. That is... I mean, that is exactly what I was after, right? Like, that is just the perfect combination. So, let's start with the house. House is 3 stone and 4 planks. Right. What did I say it was? Let's... 1, 2, 3 stone. And then, yeah, we need a lot of planks. So, move you over there. After you're done here, let's move you over here as well. And we will double up on plank production. Now, a wood factory, that is just going to straight up produce wood. So, everyone was fed. Great. And we've actually still got enough food for tomorrow, which is perfect. Drop you there. And drop you there. And I can grow constantly berries, which is fantastic. Right. Wood factory is 1 person. Is that 4 planks? That is absolutely 4 planks. Right. Pause. Take stock. Move everything down here. Brilliant. And let's get a person down here. Person down there, which is that 4 planks? It's 5 planks, actually, so a little bit more than anticipated. House blueprint into the bin. And a wood factory is this plus 1 stone, which is grand. And then a stone factory is 3 stone and 1 wood. 3 stone, 1 wood. So we got a little production ready to go over there. Cool. So far, so good. This garden that I've accidentally ended up crafting is super, super handy. I realize that I am taking one of my food sources for tomorrow and turning it into a more useful product. Hey, look at that. What does the house do? I have absolutely no idea. The wood factory is good. If we put somebody next to the house, does that do anything? Ooh, apparently not. I think the button is level 2, so that means that we have built the house. That's good, I suppose. Rock, and a person blueprint. That's absolutely perfect. What is a person? 2 people in one house? Of course. It makes absolutely perfect sense. But the wood factory, I believe, yeah, we just punt the person next to the wood factory, and they're going to be able to make it work. Brilliant. Okay. We need to stop focusing on that very, very briefly, and instead we need to turn our attention to making a little bit of food. Make a little bit of food. Up here to the stone factory, we'll have our production of stone. Wood and stone factories will be over here. Then we'll have our house down here. Our wood area is over here, and in fact, if we build, yeah, stone factory here, wood factory here. This is great. Right, after the current berry bush stuff is done, the garden being here is absolutely a-okay. We'll get another berry bush. Let's get you up there. Let's get you over here, just to sort of see it in action. You're on the roof. That's completely fine. After we're done with this, I realize it'll probably be into the next day. It's probably time to turn our attention to houses. Ooh, raw iron. Okay. A wood blueprint is 1 person, 1 tree. But presumably also... no. Presumably also the new situation? I don't know. Anyway, stone factory is looking good. Person over there. Person over here. Great. They're both working away at the house. Clearly to try and produce something greater than the sum of their parts. Throw that wood blueprint in there. You move over here. I think we're all set. You need to be stored there. You need to be stored there. Let's move the trees out of the way. Great. I mean, now that we got a factory, a wood factory, I'm not quite sure how that works. We're just producing wood out of nothingness. Not sure how that works at all, but I'm delighted that it is. Flint. Let's sell one of our flints. Oh, it's a dodo? A fireplace? And a rock. Okay, well, the rock is definitely the least exciting bit about that. What the heck do we do with a fireplace? Absolutely not the foggiest of ideas. We will build it. 2 planks, 1 flint. It's a good thing that I kept the flint on hand. Is our new person going to be able to... Our new person is immediately going to be able to get to work. You know what? Keep making more persons. In fact, don't keep making more persons. We need more berry bushes. Yeah. We need more berry bushes. So, 2 planks, 1 flint. Here we go. Do that. And after you're done here, move you over there. And that will nab us a fireplace. Can I throw the dodo into the fire? Into the volcano? No, not really. The raw iron, I guess, is just going to chill around as well. You chill out there. That's good. Are we good for food now? We are mostly good for food. We'll get back on the berry game and maybe even nab ourselves a second... Maybe even nab ourselves a secondary garden just so that we're able to grow things slightly quicker. Because this is... It's quite a lot of demand for food now, actually. Okay. So, fireplace, there's nothing. Sort of like fireplace. Can't do anything with the dodo. That's okay. You come down here. You go up there. Yeah, let's get ourselves an additional garden. What is that? 2 stone, 2 planks. 2 stone, 2 planks. Combine. Amazing. And you're gonna grow, which is grand. And suddenly, we're looking pretty darn good. Okay, in there, in there. Second garden, punt it right there. Fireplace What the heck is a fireplace for? I've absolutely not the foggiest. I've just got no idea. No idea whatsoever. Right, but once that is made, let's actually move you back into the house, because probably time to start creating a few more characters to play with. There we go, and you can head on over there, and it's going to take a long time, but it will be worthwhile. Right, you can continue to work on food, because we know that we're going to need just that little bit more food for tomorrow. Right. I have no idea what the heck we're supposed to do with a mammoth. Are these characters going to fight each other? I mean, the dodo was a remarkably docile bird, but I suppose if it's attacked, might be a bit of a problem. Move it into town. Move the mammoth into town. Seems fine. Not destroying anything or causing anybody any nuisance. I haven't tried working the dodo or the mammoth yet. We can try that in just a sec. Right. Everybody was fed. Yep, let's get this person made before we progress on to anything else. I also want to sell some stuff because I feel like I need a little bit of extra cash, but we also just need to keep somebody working on the berry front at all times. Right. You know what? You can go and work the dodo. It's a battle. Aha! It is a battle. Great. Are we also working the wood factory at the same time? I legitimately think we might be. That is an absolutely exceptional level of multitasking. Meat onto the fireplace. Okay, great. Meat onto the fireplace, that's good. Let's get berries grown in the garden. Superb. And we're punting out a little bit more wood, apparently. And also refining some planks, completely accidentally. I don't think it would be a great idea to tackle the mammoth. So I'm not going to do that. Cooked meat blueprint. Yep, we figured that out. What about a cooked egg? Let's give it a shot. Cooked meat clearly is worth more than the old terrestrial berries, which I am very grateful for. We got another person. Let's put that person immediately to work over there. I am a little bit worried about... Ooh, smelter blueprint. That is perfect. I'm a little bit worried about the food situation. Like, I mean, I've got these two people on reproduction mode constantly. That does worry me in the sense that I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to have enough food to keep things going. One person, 5 stone. That's a-okay. Let's get you, because you're currently not doing anything. Punt you over here. Is this a better way to get stone than the stone factory? Honestly, very hard to tell. Let's move you on over to the stone factory. Everyone was fed. Good. The problem is, today might be the first day that everybody's not fed. Now, it's not the end of the world if that happens, but it is problematic in the sense that it can go down south. Stone or flint blueprint. Yep, we know that we've just done that. We know that. Okay, stop producing. We do not need any more people. Right, I need more people working the berry bushes over here. Let's at least cross that threshold of berry bushes, and we'll keep more berry bushes growing throughout the day. A little bit of woods and a little bit of stone. That's nice. That's nice. Let's start assembling the components for a stone shelter. There we go. Move you over here. Move you over here. Berry bushes. Berry bushes. Nice. Okay, we'll be fine for food. It was a little bit touch and go there, but that's okay. Smelter is 1 stone. Oh yeah, what the heck were we going to do with the egg? We put it next to the volcano. We just let it chill. We just let it chill. Apparently. Right. That's enough stone for the smelter, so we'll do that. Get you over here. Get you over there. This is good. We got a real production line going here. This is great. This is great. Now, I don't think that there's a way to automate this process, at least not yet. We may very well be able to do that in a bit. How many people have I got here? Plenty of people is the answer. Six humanoids. 6 humanoids. And honestly, probably enough. Right. So, smelter. little bit of raw iron in the smelter. Looks like the bar is progressing. Really struggle to see. That's okay. Let's throw in some wood. Let's throw in some planks. We can always worry about that a little bit. Dodo, wheat seeds, wheat seeds, wheat seeds, and a blueprint. Animal farm blueprint, okay. And an iron mine blueprint. I mean, those are literally, right, the perfect two. Those are literally the perfect two. This smelter is in a very inconvenient location. Iron ingot blueprints. I've got to imagine that we've managed that. Yeah, raw iron in the smelter. 5 planks will make the resources that we need. Fine. Let's get you... I mean, the stone factory is not required for at least a little while. This is going to go up here because the smoke is very, very annoying. Keep the people working on the fields. I say the fields. Iron ingot, let's get that thrown away. We've got the iron ingot. I have no idea what we're going to do with it. Iron mine. 1 person, 1 wood. Okay. 1 person. 1 person. Oh, goodness sake. Okay, so 2 raw iron. We need 2 raw iron in order to make the iron mine. That is a lot. That is a lot. Okay, move the tree, move it all over there. Fine. What about the animal farm? It's 5 planks. That's okay, we can do 5 planks. This is a big old stack of wood there. Do I need cooked meat? It'd be nice, but I don't need it. Berry bushes should constantly be in growth phase. You are gonna come down here and manufacture an animal farm, and I guess we're gonna keep a dodo in the animal farm. I mean, can a dodo be domesticated? No idea. Another mammoth. Okay, that does scare the heebie-jeebies out of me, to be honest. Should we try having a crack at one of them? I feel like we should. I feel like we should. I do need to roll the dice a little bit more and hope that we get some raw iron. That is not raw iron, video game. I would really appreciate some iron. Can we keep a mammoth in here? We absolutely can. I don't know what it's given us. I think we can only keep 1. I don't know how that works. As is the same with just about everything in this game. I'm really not sure what's happening. Right, animal farm, let's get that trashed. Let's get that trashed. Do I want another animal farm? I think we say screw it, we'll try another animal farm, eh? For dodos. We've got 1 dodo, the wheat seed. Oh, a wheat seed in the garden. I've not tried a wheat seed in the garden yet. Perfect. Amazing. We got a real production line mentality going on here. This is feeling good. Right, 2 more coins to spend. A little bit more woods. A little bit more wood. Do I need more people? The truthful answer is that I'm not actually necessarily sure any more people would make my life any better. I've got wheat seed, or wheat blueprint. Wheat seed or wheat. Garden, 1 wheat seed. Okay. Well, let's throw some more wheat seeds into the garden then, shall we? I don't know how much food that gives us. The berry gives us 1. I presume the wheat gives us 2. Milk or leather? Have we milked a mammoth? I think we've milked a mammoth. Almost by accident. I'm sure you don't milk a mammoth on purpose. Okay, food-wise, we're good though. It's great. Wheat seed, wheat seed. Do I put you on the fireplace? No. Do we need to mill you or grind you up or something? Don't know how that works. Good. It's working. Let's throw some more wood into the mix here, because I need... There we go. Okay, we're getting loads of wheat, but I don't know if wheat can be eaten. So let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins. An egg blueprint. When we know that the egg is... Okay, the animal farm and the dodo. Let's kind of to be expected, honestly. I think just a single dodo is all that you need. I don't think that you need more than that. So get that thrown in the bin. I need a second bit. I need a second bit of raw iron in order to get an iron mine up and running. Okay, this is great. This is great. But it's also a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening. Wheat seeds, get that in there. Wheat seeds come down here. Iron ingot. Maybe don't go anywhere. Just stay there for now. So yeah, we got 1 raw iron. Everybody's sitting around doing absolutely diddly squat. Let's get you up there, you up there. Berry bush, bring the berry bush in. If in doubt, just bring a berry bush in to be processed by the bulk. We actually have no trees. You believe that? We got no trees. Well, that's more wood, which is nice, I suppose. But we need wood in order to process, well, everything. If I put more mammoths in here, does that accelerate the pace? I don't think it does. There is a little bit of leather in there. What can we do with the leather? Your guess is as good as mine. Right. We are still close to the bone. We're trying here. Right. Do I need more gardens? Probably need more gardens. Also just need to throw in... I mean, throw in leather. We have unlimited amounts of leather and milk, right? Basically. 2, 3, 4... Right, that might be useful. What is that? A sword blueprint? That's going to be handy for taking out the mammoths, but I almost guarantee it'll be... Yep, iron ingots times 3. That's what we need. Right, I'm going to get some more planks out of this. Let's start selling the wheat. The wheat is valueless in terms of food, but valueful in terms of money. So that's good. Speaking of food, we need more of it. We're desperate for more of it. Okay, good. Invest, invest, invest. Coin... Spear blueprints, not really what I need. Raw iron, exactly what I need. Smashing. Right. Where is it? Iron mine, 2 raw iron, 1 stone, 1 wood. 1 stone, 1 wood, 1 person. It's enough. Right. Are we gonna be alright food-wise? It's gonna be a close run thing, isn't it? I'm gonna have to start some more berry bushes here. Yeah, get them on the go. Is there any more berry bushes around? No. Let's get the mammoth in there. The egg, still no idea what we're supposed to do with this flippin' egg. I mean, I can get the meat from the dodo. Milk or leather blueprint. Well, we got another milk or leather blueprint that I can sell, which is great. Fine. Happy days. Bring this in. Bring this in. Iron mine is going to go up somewhere that it's less visually intrusive. And we're going to put... a person to work on it straight away, which is great. Get the berry bush moved so that we can start recognizing that. Sell the leather. Fine. Okay. Everyone was fed. Everyone is continuing to get fed. I don't know how the animal farm ended up moving, but it did. Do I need leather for anything? No, I don't need leather for anything. Raw iron blueprint. Amazing. Spear blueprint we have yet to use. The raw iron is presumably appearing around the back of this iron mine, which is very inconvenient, but I suppose fine. Right, we need to be constantly growing berries, because we have got 3 people that are doing exactly nothing. What about a person next to an egg? No. Nothing. Nothing. Person, fireplace, milk? No. Nothing. Nothing at all. Right. This is a super inconvenient place for the iron to spawn. We got loads of... What the heck are you doing? I just want you to be pumping out wood, buddy. Just pumping out wood. I mean, like, pumping out wood. Right. Raw iron. Great. Bang that in there. More raw iron. Throw it all over here. It's a little bit janky in terms of the way that it kind of, like, looks and works together, but that's okay. We're okay with that. So, iron ingot, 3 wood for a spear. Woods, 3 iron ingot for a sword. I mean, I do not have... I've got 1 iron ingot. No, I've got 2 iron ingots. Yeah, I got 2 iron ingots. Okay, we're gonna make We're going to make a spear. We're going to get 3 wood. Brilliant. 3 wood. We're going to get one of our food people. Ideally, one of the ones that's doing nothing. Combine that over there. Raw iron. Beautiful. And we'll start putting together another little patch over here. Leather. Get that into the hole over there. I really need to get back on top of the food situation. Sword, spear. The raw iron will get sold because who cares about that? I think we've already got it, right? Yeah, I think we've already got all the goods there. This is so chaotic. This is so chaotic. Okay, spear is being made. 1, 2, 3 for a sword. Scroll right down to the bottom. 3 for a sword, 1 wood, 1 person. Okay. How do we equip a person to the... How do we equip a person to this sword? Also, let's spawn some more stuff. Ooh, raw meat. That's nice. Because that will allow us to stave off hunger a little bit. Windmill? Okay. Didn't even realize that was a thing. 2 wood, 2 planks, 1 wheat. Let's grow some wheat. Let's grow some wheat. I've got 19 coins, by the way, so it's pretty good going, I think, all things considered. Right, swords. How does a sword work? I mean, is that working? Really difficult to tell. The sword is there. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I'm not sure whose health is lower. Okay. I don't know if they used the sword or if they just used good vibes. I would be very afraid if I was a mammoth currently living in captivity over here. That's for darn sure. Right, build a windmill. Let's build a windmill. I need 2 wood, 2 planks. 2 wood. Thank you. 2 wood, 2 planks, and a wheat. Brilliant. This is the most chaotic. This is the most chaotic clicker game that I think I've ever played. Absolutely. Bar none. Sword in the bin. Windmill. Spear in the bin. That's fine. Right. What's this? Bread blueprint. Perfect. Smelter. Egg. Wait, that's a smelter, right? Yeah, that's a smelter. Smelter, egg, milk, and flour. So I guess we need the windmill to be finished first. I guess we crush wheat. Don't really know how this works. As is the case in so many instances in this game, quite frankly. Sell the windmill. Get that on there. The cooked meat is good. Still no idea what the eggs are for. Because eggs don't go into bread. But apparently they do. So flour. What is flour? Flour is what? Not even on here. Not even on here. So I don't know what the flour blueprint is. We've just made it. I'm not going crazy. It's just not on there. Okay. So, after that, the smelter, egg, milk. Okay. Milk. Smelter. Egg. Person. Let's see if that remarkably ends up working out. I still need a little bit more food. I should get there, either with the bread or with another few berry bush excavations. There's plenty of raw iron over here, plenty of raw stone, an inordinate amount of wood. Everyone was fed. Barely. Iron ingot. Okay, but where's the bread that I was promised? Is there milk in here? There's no milk. There's no flippin' milk anywhere. Oh, bummer. Let's build a new... Oh, let's not build anything new. Let's get some more food. Okay, stop producing raw iron. That's a complete waste of time. Stop producing stone. We probably got enough stone to keep us in business forever. Grow some more berries. That's great. Flour. we're going to burn even though we don't have it. Bread, I'm not going to burn quite yet. Loads and loads of eggs. That's fine. What I really need, though, is another animal farm. 5 planks. It's a good thing that we have made ourselves a little bit of wood. I think people are going to starve today, to be honest. I think people are really going to starve today. Right, what did I say? 5 planks. 5 planks and 1 person. Right, well, this will be the person, and this will be the planks. Good. Here. Here. Perfect. That's milk, by the way. That's enough for bread. Egg, smelter, flour. Yeah. Oh, maybe we did make bread and it just sort of like went over from day to day. That person has moved so far away from the windmill that they stopped making flour. Absolutely hilarious. Hey, that is bread. Okay, maybe it's behind the wood factory. That's kind of crazy. Right, now that's 2 animal farms up and running. We'll put 2 in each. I don't think that the number makes a difference to speed. Everyone was fed. That is remarkable. I'm out of berries. That is a problem. That is a massive problem. I need to get lucky and roll a berry here. Egg blueprint, I don't care about. Dodo, don't care about. Don't even know what that was, but it wasn't what I'm interested in. Another egg blueprint. That's good enough. That's good enough. We can regrow with just 1 berry. Keep spending. Keep spending. Do we have any tasks, by the way? No, we don't. That's really annoying that I picked that up. Milk or leather blueprints? Don't think so. Egg blueprint? I mean, I don't need to know. Well, that's good. That's handy. I can destroy the dodos, actually. Let's do that. Destroy the dodos. Maybe in proximity to a sword. Maybe in proximity to a spear. Don't really understand how that works. Not gonna lie. Let's get a milk up there. Let's get a egg over there. We got cooked meats. Great. And in fact, we got more cooked meats. I need to cook a lot of meats, which is going to be a challenge. And I need to mine these berries for bushes in the hope that they do not despawn and give me some problems. Yeah. Right. Raw meat immediately on the raw meat situation. Hopefully, raw meat is the preference and bread is the preference to be eaten before anything else. Up there, up there, up there. Good. Keep cooking. Berry bush, keep going. Keep going. I think this is going to be... I think it's going to be close, to be honest. We still have some berry bushes out in the field of play, which is what matters. No sign of any additional milk, though, so that's a problem. Right, what do we got? Milk or leather blueprints. Dodo, berry, 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 berry. Yeah, I have a funny feeling that we might have arrived at probably about the limit of what we can do. I don't understand how the windmill works. It seems to not require wheat at all, which may very well be a bug. I'm not entirely sure. The animal farm is useful. It'd be certainly more useful if I could just get it to pump out milk as opposed to anything else. I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to do with the eggs other than just make bread, apparently. And bread doesn't even require milk. But there you go. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap things up right about now, ladies and gents. Icetwine. It's a unique little sort of like city builder clicker. This is obviously just the demo, so, you know, not really expecting, you know, a huge amount of gameplay, hours and hours and hours of stuff. But I think if development of the game continues in a way like this, I can see this being a really sort of interesting little city builder. Definitely an interesting one. That's for sure. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.